Hey guys, so here's the next episode of my camper fun. There's always something going on. So I was hoping to make some progress on the countertop that's going to go right here, and then also the cabinet that's on the front. But before I started that, I noticed my AC electrical wasn't working quite right. So when I would plug in my shore power plug, which I can show you in a second when I spin it around, on the outside, when I would plug that into an extension cord to a plug in my house, just to power stuff, everything. I actually just wanted to power my tablet that was right here and just charge it while I was working. And the circuit breaker popped for the house. So I'm like, no, what the hell is going on? So I got to tear into this stuff. I'm not quite sure what's going on yet. I did notice that these outlets weren't working. This one right here, this one or the front was not working when I tested it. So I don't know, it could be a faulty outlet. I just started tearing into it to figure it out. I'm bummed. I hate when like you get something done. You're happy that you can check that off. Like that part is finally done. But it's not done. You got to go back and fix it and figure out what the hell is going on. So I'm suspecting faulty outlets because both of them are not working. And it was just from a seller on Amazon. It was one of the cheaper options I could get. I think they were like $12 each, and I've had them for a while. So at this point, they're probably outside of the return policy through Amazon. So that definitely sucks. But I'm going to tear into this, see what's going on, and I was hoping to have a nice little video, a little update video here on the cabinets, and maybe even getting the countertop started or something, but no, just fighting another battle. So that's it for this little clip. I'm going to tear into this little project a little bit more and see what's going on. See you guys. Hey, me again. I tracked it down, so turns out it was the middle USB, this little guy. So yeah, it was that it was bad, not working. I'm not sure why the inside one didn't work when I tested it, but it's working fine now that I removed this one. Yeah, so pulled that out. Luckily, I had one extra plug. That's all I had. So I didn't have to run to the store. It's like 10 o'clock now, so it's not like I had a whole lot of time anyway, but all right, so AC system I think is done again. So I'm going to button everything up and call it good, and hopefully for the rest of this video is going to be me working on what I intended to, which is the countertop and the cabinet on the inside. Here we go. Hey guys, out here, pretty nice day out here. We got up to 50 degrees, maybe a little bit shy, 45-ish. So I opened the doors, cleaned the floor. I actually pulled the camper out for a little while today just to have some room. Yeah, still the sniffles, I know. It's a pain in the ass. But here is my countertop. So I'm gluing the wood onto the foam. I was looking all over for ideas, but this just seemed to be the lightest option. So I cut it to the size I needed, and it doesn't fit through the door, so I have to go through the back, and that's why I had to remove the cabinets. Hopefully tomorrow I can install it, we'll see. But yeah, so I had to open the rear and go through here in order to get it to fit inside, but it'll work, and so far so good. All right, I'm out here tinkering again, and there is the countertop. It's all glued down, and I'm gonna be bringing that over to here, and I have to put it in at an angle, and then I built a quick, easy little bracket to bring it up, and it's going to be right at the bottom of that. And then I gotta go through and attach it to the walls and everything. Moving along. All right, that took a little bit of work trying to get that in there, but I have the countertop in place, And this is the edge piece that I created and cut. So this is going to be, I actually have to trim it, make it a little thinner. But that's going to sit right there. I'm going to fiberglass it to the shell of the trailer. And I can show you what it looks like on the inside. So on the inside, that is going to be my shelf. I mentioned this before, there's going to be a front to that cabinet, and it's going to hold the TV that's right here. Yeah, it's been a bit of work, but I got the countertop in place. I have this point glued, and then I have a little system I rigged up to lift it up, and I'll show you that once we get inside. This obviously isn't resined yet. I'm going to be pouring resin over the whole top and doing it that way with this one. So I'll peek inside and show you. The caulk really looks like crap. When I screwed this up and squished it up to the top, it just went all over the place. Luckily, that's going to be inside a cabinet, so you're really not going to see it anyway, but it is kind of pretty ugly, but going good. I made some pretty good progress yesterday. So this is going to be the wall, the front wall to the cabinet. And that's going to be a cabinet opening. That's going to be a cabinet opening. And right here was the outline of the TV. I just ordered a bracket for the TV, so it can also be angled downward. Just because the way it's going to be, it seems like you're probably going to want to angle it down a little bit when you're laying down in the camper. And then back here looks good. Still have lots of finishing work to do. And obviously resining the countertop, going along nicely though. Hey guys, so things are going pretty good, making some progress. I'm out here in the garage working. It's probably 10 o'clock at night or something. So one little issue that I'm having, unfortunately I had to take apart the AC again, the switch over here, and the outlet. So the AC system works when it's plugged into an outlet of the house. So, for example, if it was at a RV park and it was plugged into AC shore power, all of these outlets and the outlets on the inside that I'll show you, they all work just fine. I've been doing some troubleshooting, and so far it looks like this is after taking the GFI outlet. So I had a GFI outlet here out, and that was the first outlet in the whole chain. So I thought that was it, but it looks like the inverter does not like being connected to multiple outlets at the same time. I can't figure out exactly why, but it actually doesn't like the outlets at all. And I know AC power quite a bit, I would say, and for some reason, even going straight from the inverter to an outlet, it doesn't like that. The outlet just, it doesn't even register power, but everything else works on AC power. So I know my electrical wiring is fine because it all works on AC power just fine. I've tested it and it looks good. But for some reason, when I try to power all of the outlets off of the AC inverter in there, none of them work. It's really weird. So I'll take you inside. So I have the AC outlets up there, and so the first problem was that the USB outlet you see there in the middle up there, this one worked and the other one didn't. So I kept tripping breakers every time I would connect it, and it turns out the stupid outlet was bad. The USB, the 4-port there in the middle. So that sucked. So it took a little while to track that down, and I have that. I'm past the return policy, so I had to bite it on that one, unfortunately. So then I have the power strip right there, and all of these outlets, or that one seems to work actually independently in every plug of the inverter, but it actually seems a little sporadic. Sometimes it shows hot on the neutral line, and sometimes it doesn't. So it's all like, I've been troubleshooting this for a day now, and I really thought I'd have an answer so I could wrap this up and move on. And I don't, unfortunately. It's a little embarrassing because I do know AC power, and I've wired up entire houses before, and I have had zero problems. And this is just kind of frustrating me. So I got to figure that out a little bit more. If I'm on shore power, again, it's fine. Everything seems to work. So I have a shore power plug right there, and I have this power cord right there. So when that power cord is plugged in, everything is good, but it does not like the inverter. It seems like the inverter is a problem. So I got to do some research on that. But so this is the front of the panel that I've talked about a couple times. So there's going to be a cabinet door here, and then right in the front is going to be the TV. So I just ordered the TV bracket, and that should be here on Monday. Today is Thursday, and I'll get that installed. I just fiberglassed this side. So this side here, probably can't really tell a difference, but this is the foam side, and I trimmed the edges. I'll probably have to sand the edges a little bit just to make sure that the edge that I cut, it never fails. The air compressor always turns on at the most inopportune time. I don't even remember where I was because I had to get up and quickly turn it off because it scared the shit out of me. But I think I was talking about this. And I just fiberglassed this side. This side is still foam. I'm not sure quite what I'm going to do on the front side yet. So this is the front side. This is the back side. And I might fiberglass this and then paint it that Tiffany green or the Tiffany blue color. But the hard part is, in order to make it all secure, I need to paint it, or I need to fiberglass it, put it in place, let it dry, and then paint it. And I don't really want to have any overspray on all the wood that I've put in there, so I'm not quite positive yet. I might go back, way back, to the map method and just have some maps that I put up there. It's just, unfortunately, then I have to deal with the bleed through on the maps. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, go back and watch my videos about testing the fiberglass on foam and all that stuff. But that's where I'm at. I was hoping to have a positive conclusion to this whole string of clips, but it looks like I'm going to have to have an ending here and a little research on the AC or DC to AC adapter, and go from there. So just still moving forward. It's just one thing after the other. And if you like beer, pick up some of this. This is one of my favorites. This is The Kind from a company in Rochester, New York. Three Heads Brewing, one of my favorites. So check that out. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll have to do a little more research. But till next time, see ya.